Memories of the 1981-82 Bradley basketball season will linger for many years. And tonight we salute those who made these memories possible. But we are really saluting more than the Tulsa overtime win, more than the Missouri Valley title, and even more than the NIT Championship. Tonight, we are saluting a dream of excellence, a dream that allows a person to overcome adversity and obstacles to become the best in their field. Channel 19 invites you to join us in our salute to the Bradley Braves. A salute to the Bradley Braves is brought to you in part by Computerland, your small computer headquarters in Central Illinois. By Honda Mazda World, home of the best gas mileage car in America. And by Cohen's, who congratulates Dick Versailles and the Bradley Braves for their NIT Championship. Go Braves! We're with you all the way.
Ladies and gentlemen, the voice of Robertson Memorial Fieldhouse, Mr. Paul Herzog.
It's time to meet and salute your Missouri Valley Conference champion and NIT champion, Bradley Braves. Please join assistant coaches Rudy Keeling and J.F. Managers Paul McCree and Eugene Link. The trainers, Jeff Sunderland and Charlie Davis. And now let's meet the players. Doug Harrison and Marvin Meadows. Bradley superstars, the spirit and dedication of Pierre Cooper. We're talking about the boy from New York City, Eddie Harris. The thoroughbreds. From Cairo, Anthony Webster, and from Chicago, Boise Winters. Our hero in the clutch, Terry Cook. The Flash from Brimfield, Eddie Matthews. Solid Gold, Barney Mines. The holder of Bradley's game and season assist record from Chicago, Willie Scott. Bradley's associate coach, Tony Barone. And now the seniors. Bradley's sixth all-time leading rebounder at 6'9" from Chicago, number 50, Donald Reed. The Sheriff at 6'7" from St. Louis, number 35, David Thurkill. NIT MVP, Bradley's all-time leading scorer. It's All-American from Chicago, number 11, Mitchell J.J. Anderson. And Bradley's head coach, Dick Versailles. Ladies and gentlemen, the 1982 champions of the Missouri Valley Conference and the NIT, your Bradley Braves.
Something is happening out there. Something that's expanding your world. Small computers are happening. Affordable, easy-to-use small computers that can give you a big advantage in business. Managing inventory, word processing, controlling payables and receivables, and more. To meet the small computer that meets your needs, meet the people at Computerland.
At Computerland, we know small computers. Let us introduce you.
Cohen's Patio Shop is now open. And to introduce you to their fabulous outdoor furniture collection, Cohen's is offering 20% off on everything in stock. But that's not all. Buy now, After down payment, make no payments and pay no interest till July. Use your colorful, comfortable new patio furniture interest-free and payment-free until July. Save 20% on the furniture. Make no monthly payments. Pay no interest till July. Shop the Patio Shop now at all 4 Cohen stores.
Those who played a very major role in the development of this program, the gentleman who's seated right back there. Mark Truelove is a morning man on WKQA-FM. That's WXCL's FM affiliate. And Mark has a number of talents. Many of them you heard tonight. The musical score that we had along with the slides, that is Mark's development. He put that together. Mark is also a laureate. He writes poetry. You've all heard of the poem "'Twas the Night Before Christmas." Mark has written a poem titled "'Twas the Night Before Wednesday." And I'd like to bring him up right now. Please, if you would, Mark Truelove. Thank you, Larry. 'Twas the night before Wednesday, and all through the town, every creature was stirring, partying down, whooping and cheering the fact that they had a reason to be on the great white way. In the apple, the city, their place in the sun, where tomorrow in the garden, a title would be won. The players were snuggled all warm in their beds. While visions of Boilermakers danced in their heads. And I, after dinner and a touch of the booze, had just settled down for a long, peaceful snooze. When up on the roof there arose such a clatter, I sprang from my bed to the top of the Statler. I opened the door that led to the roof and instantly knew I would later need proof of the sight that greeted my startled eyes under the twinkling New York skies. What it was a tiny red sleigh, spelled out on the side, NCAA. The donkeys that pulled it were little bitty. Their blinders read, Tournament Selection Committee. And the fat little man who sat in the seat wore a look on his face that I cannot repeat. His face was a frown and it glowed bright red. His nose was all pinched up in his head. He turned and he yelled, "This job, you can have it." "Who are you?" challenged I. And he whispered, "Dave Gavitt." I asked, "What goes on? What business have you?" He replied, "I have something important to do. But let's go to your room. To stay here is folly. Besides, in 2 hours, I'm due back in Raleigh." So back we went to my humble abode, so this poor, wretched man, his soul could unload. "I'm sorry," he sobbed through tears of contrition, "but my job is really an impossible mission." "Not so," cried I, "not hard, so it seems, to be able to pick the best 48 teams." "Well, we looked them all over," he said with a shake. "So we missed on about 20. Hey, give me a break." The reason reason I'm here, you guys got to stop. You're putting the NIT on top. Now folks are noticing all the great teams aren't in our tournament, or so it seems. Just like what you did at Syracuse. I'd almost call that human abuse. Tulane beat the Tigers in UNLV, and you blew them out. What are you doing to me? And now you're only one game away from a national title. Oh, heavenly days. He broke into sobs. He would not be consoled. So I sat and I pondered this story he told. Finally he said, "It's time to depart." And up to the roof he moved in a start. He jumped in his sleigh, looked first left, then right, and rose slowly up into the Gotham night. As I watched the contraption grow smaller and smaller, he turned and looked down, and I heard him holler, "You'll prevail, or Purdue, to the best of my knowledge. I'm just glad as hell you don't play Boston College." Ladies and gentlemen,
I want to give special recognition to three young men who have played such a vital part in who are leading us this year. Certainly, we owe a great deal to David Thurfield, Donald Reese, and Mitchell Anderson for the part they have played. Part that they have played in our program these last few years. They have been true leaders, they have been great performers, and they have been great young men, which we're all very proud of. And we wish them nothing but the best of luck as they move on now into what life's really all about. We know that these young men have had solid training at Bradley University, will leave here with college degrees, and will go on and bring nothing but great credit to themselves, their families, Bradley University, and Peoria. The last comment I'd like to make, and I'd like to thank the fans. I'd like to thank all the fans, the ones who couldn't make it to New York, and the many or the several thousand that did make it to New York. I was told by one of the chairmen of the NIT that we had the largest group of fans from a school the size of Bradley and from the distance that they had to travel than anybody in recent history at the NIT. If that isn't a credit to our community and our program, I don't know what is.
And over here we have the 1982 Honda Accord. As you can see, the Honda Accord is getting larger every year, and our already great mileage is getting even better. The interior is well appointed and comfortable, with more head and leg room than ever before. An exciting new aerodynamic look combines function with style. Yes, Honda is changing the face of practical luxury.
Your dreams can come true in a Honda. From Honda Mazda World, practical luxury at an affordable price.
IBM put a lot of what it knows about computers into the new IBM personal computer. Not to make it complicated, but to make it simple, so it's easy to understand and easy to use. IBM made its personal computer to help a person be more productive, to help a person be more creative. And those are good reasons for a person to feel good. The IBM personal computer. See it at a store near you.
It's with pleasure and pride that I introduce the head coach of Bradley University, Mr. Dick Versace.
Gonna build a mountain. Gonna build. Know how I'm gonna do it. Only I'm gonna try. Gonna build me a daydream.
one of the few times that I haven't stood before a microphone and told you all the good things I've done. I won't do that tonight. Somebody beat me to it. I thought I'd do something a little different tonight. Instead of giving you one of my new Rockneys or giving you one of my quixotic cryptic speeches, I will just give you a little overview of really what's transpired for us this year. I'm going to do it with just a variety of little things that I have up here. First of all, the young guys that I work with here, and I've worked with for a long time, I don't think they ever realize the impact that they have on the youth in this community and the youth within the electronic media's viewing field. And I received a letter, actually was addressed to Willie Scott, and I opened it. I don't want those agents getting to him too soon. They think he's the next Tiny Archibald, and I'm just going to try to bring him back to earth a little bit. But I thought this was a very cute letter, and I just wanted to share it with you. This is from a young guy in Peoria, a young lad, and his name is Quentin Johnson. And he wrote to Willie, and he says, "What's up, Willie? I don't think you know me, but my name is Quentin Johnson. My friends and cousins say we look alike and play alike. But we know who's the best, you, of course. I've been wanting to meet you. I've even tried to call you because I want to go over to the gym one of these days and play some ball with you. That's if you have enough time. I call myself Little Willie. I don't know if you approve of that, but you play just like me. Just kidding." "Hey, Willie, why don't you call me and I can come see you sometimes? Hey, I'll check you later, Roadrunner. I have to hit those books." I love that. "Don't forget to call as soon as you get this letter, okay? Later, Big Willie." Then he leaves his telephone number, which I won't read, and he signs it, "Yours truly, Quentin, quote, Little Willie Johnson." Here's another little something I received, and this says, "To Coach and Braves, now that you have recovered from your big welcome home to Peoria last week, I just want to let you know that I look forward to having Illinois' #1 team down to the Executive Mansion in the near future for dinner. Again, congratulations on a great season, Governor Jim Thompson." I thought I'd share this with you. This was an anonymous, well, it's not anonymous. It's a picture of the Superdome, and I didn't know whether Fergie and friends sent it to me or Matthew or whoever sent this, but it says, "Congrats to you and your team on the victory in the NIT. But I'll tell you, the NCAA tournament down here is something else. Maybe you should try to get in this tournament next year. See you in Albuquerque next year, Dave." That wasn't funny, Ferg. Here's a letter I got from St. Anselm's. And this one says, "I appreciate the free publicity you've given us. However, our 5-21 record and our 101-45 loss to Boston College are probably all the publicity we need at this time. It was tough enough keeping our team out of the local press this season. I'd rather not have a national issue. But thanks anyway for your efforts on our behalf. Regards, Jim Godsell, Athletic Director, St. Anselm's." I wrote him a nice note. I thought he had a very nice sense of humor. Will you ever forget Kerry Cook standing on the line at the Tulsa game and burying those 2 free throws? Kerry Cook. Yeah. Will you ever forget Anthony Webster being available to us in the NIT Championship and getting those key rebounds in the end? Will you ever forget what Eddie Harris did for us, backing up Willie at the point when Eddie was hurt? Coming off the bench against Oklahoma and burying his first shot. Will you ever forget it? No, I won't. But I will never forget Eddie Matthews' performance against St. Joe's in the Palestra. It was the finest basketball he's ever played in his life. I'll never forget it, Eddie. The greatest game. Eddie Matthews, please stand up. Will you ever forget Boise Winters in the Tulsa game? Will you ever forget the play of Barney Mines in the entire NIT? Will you ever forget 20 assists from Willie Scott? And will you ever forget the man with the broadest shoulders carrying his ball club when Mickey was hurt, when David was hurt, and what a strong man he really is. I know him a lot better than you, and I will never forget what he did. Donald Reese. Stand up, Donald. Come on, Donald. There's a lot of will you ever forgets about this guy, but I'll tell you the one that I loved the best because it was the most recent and the most dramatic, and he got the most recognition for it. Holding the Big 8's leading score to 8 points and embarrassing the Big 10's leading score to 11 points, the Sheriff David Thurkill. And will you ever forget what this man did for us for 4 years and all the things he did, but I thought were most dramatically culminated the night when we played West Texas and he became the leading scorer in the history of Bradley University. The way he played, everything he did, I'll never forget it. Mitchell Anderson.
Well, since I've been here and since I've been coming to these banquets, no one has presented Coach Versace with an award. So the team has got together and we got an award for Coach Versace. And I would like to read it to you. April Fool. This year's team has got Coach Versace a gold watch with RV on the outside and on the inside it reads, to our coach, to our friend, Bradley Braves, 1982, Missouri Valley, and NIT Champs, Coach Versace. Can I have my watch back?
Donald doesn't want me to stay back up here, and I'm sure you don't either. But I tell you what, I told the guys in the room over there, and I want to tell you too, you should just enjoy your night. I mean, I'm trying to get my rhythms for recruiting, and I just trying to, put myself on hold, and I want to enjoy this too, because I know what it means to me, and I know what it means to these guys, and I feel what it means to you. Thank you very much.
I've been talking to you about Honda's quality. Today, there's more to consider when buying a new car, investment buying. Honda's quality lasts. There's a high trade-in value with each Honda we make, an important consideration in today's economy. Compare the Honda Accord to the Citation, better gas mileage with engineering excellence. The Honda Civic performs better than the Chevette in mileage and craftsmanship. Before you buy a new car, consider its long-term value. The Honda really performs. That's quality that lasts.
Cohen's Patio Shop is now open. And to introduce you to their fabulous outdoor furniture collection, Cohen's is offering 20% off on everything in stock. But that's not all. Buy now. After down payment, make no payments and pay no interest till July. Use your colorful, comfortable new patio furniture interest-free and payment-free until July. Save 20% on the furniture. Make no monthly payments. Pay no interest till July. Shop the Patio Shop now at all 4 Cohen stores.
Watch 19 News Update with Deborah Darnell.
Just look at the gigantic selection at the car and truck supermarket, John Deere's Ford Subaru. There's hundreds of imports, domestics, and trucks in every price range. Whether you want to spend $300,000 or $13,000, John Deere's has a used car or truck to fit your budget. Plus, the car and truck supermarket offers our 12-month, 12,000-mile, no-worry warranty on selected models.
For real economy, this sporty 1979 Chevette hatchback with AM/FM and 4-speed is only $3,500. $6,700 is an incredibly low price for this 79 Thunderbird Heritage. Every luxury option imaginable is built into this elegant car. For a family-size comfort at a budget price, this 1976 Buick LeSabre with air conditioning, tilt wheel, and more is only $19.95.
Come in and guess the number of cars and trucks in our supermarket shopping cart and win a free 19-inch color TV. Before you buy any used car, you have to shop the car and truck supermarket, John Deere's Ford Subaru.
We wanted to make sure we could give our baby the best life we possibly could.
For family planning, call Planned Parenthood. It makes sense.